Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Gina Hans, you are not beaten the You the Big Dummy scandal of 2025 no time soon. Y'all, what am I talking about? If you guys don't know why we're looking at Gina Hans sideways, Gina, what are you doing outside of Whole Foods giving interviews? Now, the prosecutor, listen, I will say this. I was looking at Maureen Comey and all of them are really crazy when they said Gina wasn't testifying. Because I was like, what do you mean Gina's not testifying? Go grab her. Make Gina testify. But now I see after this TMZ stunt why they didn't want her to. It looks to me like she is willingly Diddy's pawn. It looks to me like she is willing to do anything this man tells her to do, no matter how dumb it has her out here looking. And on top of that, you cannot overlook the fact of, I see why they didn't want her to testify. Because Gina would have gotten up there and said, no, you guys made me, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Interestingly enough, they didn't want Gina to be cross-examined by the government because Diddy could have called Gina up there, but he didn't. Why? Because they would have played every single angle of the Tasha K interview. But anyway, let's get into this TMZ article because I cannot believe this mess that she would allow herself. Remember when she was posting Drake crying Chanel and saying she was the secret sauce? Diddy has a way of making every woman think, that he is on her side. Also, by the way, you guys, I am live filming this from the Diddy trial. Make sure that you guys actually turn the notifications on. We are on verdict watch, but I still have to come with this Gina Hans stuff. Let's get into this, right? Gina said, I won't be scared if he walks free. He's not dangerous. You're not going to be afraid if he walks free. I will say one thing, Gina, you the big dummy that should be afraid if he walks free, because he's not forgetting that you gave testimony that helped his house get raided. Whether or not you pulled it back, you played a part in his demise. And Diddy is vindictive. Right now, and I'm sure the whole family and everybody is kissing your ass, and you have a position, because as much as they try to say Gina was perpetually a side chick. She was a side chick to with Kim, with Cassie, with Dana, with Jane, with everybody. Literally being someone that won't go away, even though, anyway, I'm not going to drag her because she is still deep, I think, in the throes of Diddy-dom. But all jokes aside, can we talk about the fact that they literally came to this dumb interview and we're supposed to fall for it? Listen to this mess, okay? Listen, and y'all, thank you so much for rocking out with me why I am outside on location in the Diddy trial, but we got to talk. Listen, the prospect of Diddy possibly being acquitted in his criminal trial isn't weighing on his ex-girlfriend, whose name keeps coming up in the witness testimony, because she's not scared of him. You know what would have been really powerful if Gina had sat on the stand and actually said, guess who I'm not afraid of? Diddy. Guess who I'm cool with? Diddy. But she couldn't. She wouldn't. Now ask yourself why. As much as they want to talk about, oh my God, we can't touch the prosecution and all this stuff, at least they had witnesses. Diddy couldn't even get Gina to go up there and say that there wasn't anything wrong with him. Anyway, y'all, let's get back into this, all right? So anyway, the Gina Chronicles, right? So Gina says she's not afraid of Diddy. Now, how do we know that? Because she gave an interview with TMZ. They said Diddy's ex Gina Hans was leaving Whole Foods in Las Vegas on Monday when a photographer asked her if she thought Diddy was going to walk free. Again, for anybody dumb enough to think this wasn't a paid endorsement, ask yourself why there was a TMZ photographer outside a Whole Foods in Las Vegas. And the funny thing is, this lets me know that if Gina was paid off, she wasn't paid anything. Because out of all this, you still in Las Vegas? I hope you still don't got carpet on your floor, and not that expensive $1 million carpet, but that carpet that literally, right? That carpet that literally looks like it's been there since 1993. But whatever, right? He didn't even move you out of Vegas, or did he fly you into Vegas to say this mess? Get into this, right? Again, this is so ridiculous. Gina says she's not sure what the verdict will be. Deliberation started a few hours before she was asked the question. But if he does get acquitted, it sounds like she won't run for the hills. They said, Gina says he never did anything dangerous to her. The lies, these are the people supporting Diddy. Did y'all see that Tasha K interview where they said that he tried to stomp the baby out of her? Did y'all see the Tasha K interview over all the crazy shit he did? And now Gina is up here saying he never did anything dangerous to her? Listen, that's interesting. According to TMZ, considering prosecutors were trying to get her to testify in the Diddy trial. Prosecutors confirmed last month Gina was victim number 3 in the Diddy indictment, and a document labeled her as an alleged sex trafficking victim. Okay. They said Gina didn't end up taking the stand during the trial because she's a dummy, with the feds saying early on in the case they were having difficulty contacting her and wasn't sure that she would show up to testify, even with the subpoena. Now, the funny thing is that could be why Diddy's so mad at Jane. Because think about it. Diddy was paying for Gina and Jane's attorney. Remember when Gina's attorney said that he couldn't locate her, or they couldn't even get in touch with the attorney? Gina took the deal. Again, that deal is probably like a cup of ice cold apple juice, right? And some animal crackers. Gina took the actual deal. But then ask yourself, right? What is the actual deal that Jane actually took? What's the deal that Jane took, right? That's right. She didn't take one because she was up on the stand talking about my lover and my partner. Jane actually showed up, okay? Now, they're saying Diddy's defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, told the court he had a hard time believing federal prosecutors couldn't track her down and compel her to testify. Instead, he claimed the feds were choosing not to call her as a witness. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Mark. Do you know what's even better? Do you know what's even better? You know what you could have done? You could have called her as a witness, but you didn't. You can't. The fact that Mark Agnifilo got his band of loyal dum-dums up here on Al Gore's internet talking about Gina wouldn't even testify. The feds don't have to call her to testify, and I see why they didn't. But Mark, you know who could have called her to testify? You know who could have? You know who could have and didn't? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Anyway, right, let's get back into the trials of the dum-dum. TMZ said they broke the story. I guess you did, Mark Garagos' best friend. And she never cooperated with prosecutors and made it clear she did not want to testify. So then what's the problem? Gina says she ain't want to testify. And unlike Diddy, he ain't force her. They ain't beat her. They didn't stomp her down. They said, okay, baby. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. If you don't want to testify, you don't have to. Gina's name still popped up several times during witness testimony. Diddy's exes and alleged victims, Cassie and Jane, both testified about jealousy involving Diddy and Gina's relationship. I mean, I guess was it jealousy or was it just annoyance? And the former Diddy assistant, George Kaplan, testified he once saw Diddy throwing objects at Gina's head. But don't worry, that's not dangerous because apparently Gina don't got nothing in it. Anyway, but here for a TMZ interview, Gina's saying Diddy isn't dangerous, even though in the past she's alleged he was physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive. Listen, I think he paid this girl not to testify. That's what I think. Listen, how about this? I don't know if Diddy paid Gina not to testify. I'm saying that if we found out Diddy paid Gina not to testify, I would not be surprised. Listen, here's the thing. Is he still paying her off? Listen, again, for Gina, I don't know. I do hope he's found guilty because Gina's going to need all the protection. Because if Gina thinks that Diddy's vindictive, provably violent, vindictive, petty, cheap, angry ass gets out, and Gina is still sitting there saying, yeah, baby, I'm the secret sauce, baby, he gonna make her face into sauce. I really am worried about Gina. I hope she stays safe. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but at this point, they just need sound bites. People be saying anything. You guys, Gina Hans, Diddy's perpetual bottom B, a woman he sadly brutalized. And this is in her own words. Watch the Tasha K interview. Has now come and said that she doesn't think he's dangerous. Gina, shut yourself up. You don't know. Listen, Gina, sadly enough, she's proven she has poor judgment. She has poor judgment. So at the end of the day, who's going to believe anything Gina says? Who's going to believe anything Gina says? Again, Diddy is desperate. He's trying. You guys, I'm going to go back into the courtroom. We are on verdict watch. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, it's not looking good for Gina or Diddy. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.